Good morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Energy was in not My Hero Academia, the Rose Vampire. Yeah. If you guys, guys and girls, don't know what the Rose Vampire is, it's a anime series, and where this young boy, goes to a monster school, and he gets loved by every girl that comes across his path. Basically, first was her, and when she turns into that, and then the blue-haired girl, then all of them. Okay, if you have seen the anime, you know. And if you guys don't know about Ben 10, or most of you probably energy from Ben 10. So let's begin. So in this, or if you have seen the old ones, it's perfectly fine. I created a custom character that looks like energy. That's why, but his name is still energy. Yeah. Of course, because his parents are actually a spirit of water and the spirit of fire is his dad. And so, yeah. So he has a sister that has a little bit of firepower, but she has water, like healing abilities too. But he has the same traits as fire and water. But it's equal. But that's just his suit of armor that he's wearing. His real self is actually, instead of looking like a radiation guy, he looks human. Like so much a human. And even some of them are like, man, does he have any powers? Yeah, he does. Alright. So basically, yeah. So let's begin. He was born, so he goes to, so now he's the same age as the rest of the students to go to this school. And yeah, he was just walking around in suit of armor because he doesn't want only people that do actually saw his beautiful face was that, and was his parents and his sister. Yeah. As some of them are like, or some of the other students, like other females, want to know. Oh, and I'm not gonna go deep thing, so I'll choose some of my favorite parts. Like that one, the one that whole like episode where she becomes or like she teaches like students how to have fun on swimming thing. Yeah. And she says, huh, eh? Well, as he unlocks the suit of armor, like he opens it, as they never seen him like, so these when he came out, he was a big hulking man that was so beautiful that, and was, as he puts on a swimsuit thing, and when he came out, every girl stopped and looked at him, as the he felt embarrassed when, as yeah, of course, most of the boys are jealous at him. Like, when I say most boys, yeah, she and, or so they ended up like, or one girl's like, who is he? He looks so gorgeous. And so one of the boys says, did you forget that's energy? Wait, that's what he looks like without his suit of armor on. As they just like, when everyone heard that his name's actually energy, they were like, I mean, their eyes were wide, as they had that, as he's so like embarrassed. So yeah, then the whole incident with her battled against the Herm happened, as he feels way better, as he swims around. He knows how to swim. So his only person that, or actually his sister did know about his face thing. And what shocks to her was she never seen him in a swimsuit. As he was swimming with his sister. And he feels a lot better. So then, after all that stuff, now time skip to a frozen age. Or they took a vacation to not frozen vacation. They went to a ski resort where she was at. As his suit of armor can. The only person that didn't go was his sister, because, or actually, scratch that. She went and But then, of course, he actually did pack the, like, because his backpack thing on his back, you might not see it, but this part right here is, he packed the entire store, not just like food, the entire store. So he had frozen milk, or like, he had milk and everything. So, well, one day, or actually after, or during these, no, somehow someone was talking too loud, caused an avalanche to form, as they were, like, they all were scared, but the only person that didn't, like, make it to the house because everybody was in the house was Energy. And the guy, this guy right here, he ends up, like, he's probably fine. After all. Oh, yeah, but I'm worried that he might die from cold. Eh? Huh. Yeah. His suit of armor, armor is in the house. So, I mean, so the thing that's on his front or of his suit is actually a radiator. So when it feels like it was like burning people, but it's just warming up their temperatures too. As they're like, man, how does he do that? As she asks him, or asks one of the teachers, how does he do that? What I read on his file, he's a son of the water spirit and fire spirit. So he basically does both. And when let me pause for it. So basically, Energy in this What If is like Todoroki, but without the negative backstory. Because he had no, like, negative origins like most people do. Like, yeah, Todoroki has a, like, bad story, or not bad story, but the origin story, and so does Killer Croc. I'm not saying that them as a bad origin stories. They're just it's my opinion. So you're all probably thinking his opinion is bad. So yeah. So Energy him was like so upset, and because that someone yelled so loud or talked so loud that caused it. So as when his body temp is dropping, he'll probably froze to death. As his father could sense his son's like heat is dropping, like basically, and his mother could, yeah. So yeah. So basically, the fire here spirit went over and created a circle, or actually flew over and saw, or there's giant avalanche. As he turns and sees the son's hand, and as he's trying to grip onto this snow, as his father's like melts the snow around him, or melts it, as his body temp is dropping drastically, as the fire spirit warmed him up. Yeah. Took him back to his suit of armor, as they felt this like heat, like extremely heat, as the door caught on fire and melted. As they see a fire spirit that looked like a really buffed up guy that's the same height as him, good looking too. So he says, as he puts his son into the suit of armor, closes the lid, as the temperature in his suit of armor reached to, like, basically his temps went back up to normal. Like, as his body starts to woken up. So, yeah, as the fire spirit looks at them, okay, which one are you who kind of talked so loud that caused the avalanche? And as she could tell that he's upset, he's ticked off. It's that guy over there. As all those students point to over there, as let's say it was, no, not him, but someone that looks like him, with like brown hair, as the fire spirit punished him by just whacking him around like, yeah. So then, though, as he woken up from his cold sleep thing, because the cold, that was his only weakness, was to cold, because his water powers, but other than that, so he ends up trying his hardest, as he's sometimes drowsy, as some of the students are like, are you with us? uh, as he, yeah, or actually the Snow Princess or Queen, Snow Queen says, yeah, he'll make it because he's just, you know, that how some of you have that sleepy feeling where it was just you sleep him so bad and you woke up all groggy. Yeah, that's what he's going through right now. But he'll make it. As he looks around, as there is some cold stuff on his back, so he's kind of like, but the heat, he, like his own father too, or the suit that he wore, he went or the heat went up into his back to melt it. Yeah. So then he gets up as he's trying to walk like normally. But some people know that, or she already knows that, or most people know that he's just, it's him like, walking, not like a drunk man, but he is trying to, like, walk around a bit because his legs went asleep. So, yeah. So they had 4 days, was snowed in for 4 days. As the bus couldn't get into to save them. So they're stuck in 4 layers of snow. Like, or no, it's not layers, but 4 days, it would drive anyone mad. So yeah, Zuko ends up, or no, actually, Energy ends up saying that the as he actually did something and he thought about this. So these, as they were like, well, we're stuck because they no, but his, so the students were like panicking, like we're gonna die here and all that stuff. But Energy was just like decided because he was in his suit of armor, so he had a special talent. As the bus driver was like, well, it's too snowy or too, so then Energy decided, as they had bunk beds like for all those students, but they all like during the third night, or no, actually, last night thing, he actually went out, or like snuck out of the thing, as he used his own power to melt it completely. And yeah, it looked like as the suit of armor or it didn't have a battery life, so it was still full. So yeah, because his body heat warms it up. So he keeps heating. So yeah. So then his suit of armor is indestructible. So basically he could survive the volcano with it. Or he can, because he's fire, and yeah. So basically most of the students, or he was like, okay. He worked through all night. In the morning he saw, or of course some students, or like one teacher, or no, actually her, she came outside and she saw the entire thing was melted away. Like all the snow was melted. That was on a road. Yeah. It's like someone just used a snowplow on it. But Energy was sat down home and like had his arms crossed, and he went right to sleep right then and there, as he was tired from using his flames. So yeah, so that girl, or so the mother of the purple girl, well's mother, that's what her name is. She ends up like seeing him asleep, as she's like says, "Huh, you're one strange fella, aren't you?" As the bus came, as let's just say the bus had a, because the lightweight, and he basically had a like a seat for special design for his suit of armor. Or actually, he took a suit of armor off and he shrunk it to the size of a action figure. Yeah. So he placed it in his pocket. He got on board, and yeah. So then now it's time for. So I'm doing like my favorite parts where from the episodes things. So yeah. So then the girl that became a spy, or that was a spider girl, her, yeah, move that out of her, she, like when she met him and she heard that he, or actually she was there, and her, or when she heard that her, or that his father was there, and his, yeah, and she went from being like, as she's like so embarrassed, to, or every other girl fell in love with him, like that. So basically, yeah, she fell in love with him, and yeah, the the spider girl was like, you know what? The we need to do one thing. So yeah, so she ends up asking him out on a date, and of course she did, and the she gave birth. Of course, after they got married, she gave birth to, I don't know why these. There we go. So she ends up getting. She gave birth to a girl. That girl right there. She is part spider, so basically like her mother. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And then she has the powers of her father, ice and fire. So yeah, so basically she's a mixed hybrid of spider, heat, and cold. So yeah. Then, or actually, there was not just one girl. There was like two girls that was in love with him. First one was the spider girl, and then the other one is the maniac. I don't know how to explain it. She's basically a maniac. She likes to bong people on the head with and tries to kill them. So yeah. So basically, she is also part vampire. Oh yeah. So yeah. That is her, or the Spider Girl's daughter on her. And then for the other girl, I don't have the picture. She, so it would be a son that looks like in her, but as a boy. Eh? And but compared to his like sister, he actually has a like vampire heat and cold. So basically he could control like basically he has the same powers like that. Like charm. But he has ice powers like he basically manipulates water, ice, and then his fire allows him to, and plus he's also immune to fire and ice and other forms of charm. Like, yeah. So basically, yeah. So now that I'm going to leave this off, please leave a like, share, subscribe. Peace out, y'all.